morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce you Camilo Ordóñez. Ordóñez holds a BS in philosophy, and he is currently pursuing a PhD in psychology in Los Angeles University. His work has focused on interdisciplinary research about mind, cognition, norms, and behaviors. Ordóñez's PhD research includes and developing experimental designs to test hypotheses about the origin of norms, the determinants of morally and socially oriented behaviors such as honesty, cooperation, regulation, and the mechanisms of social change. Today, Ordóñez explains us the concept of honesty. Please join me to welcoming Camilo Ordóñez.
Okay, thanks to Celia for presentations and our public. I I want to speak about the honest truth about honesty, a topic I guess it's really interesting, but a topic we don't know a lot about. For me, as an introduction, honesty is different from be morally good. Not an important difference. And some people think that they are the same. Be honest is be good, and be good is being honest. But I guess there is an important difference. When we talk about being good is a matter about coherence between actual actions and recommended actions from a moral code. To be good, you have to attend to a moral code and evaluate the coherence between your current actions and the action recommended by such moral code. In honesty, despite there is also a dimension about morality, there is also about a dimension about report. Then, when we think about honesty, we think about actions that may involve transgressions that may not be caught by third persons. Then, when report of the engine is the key element. We're talking about actions where the actors, the agents, has a privileged access to their actual performance, and third persons have to wait how the angel report the actions. And that's the key point of honesty. And, there are a lot of there are different ways to measure honesty from cognitive science and behavioral science. For example, random games. In random games, people perform in a random game to obtain a reward, and we have probabilistic ways to estimate the actual performance of the people. Other possibilities using matrix games, where people resolve some matrix adding numbers to obtain a reward, and the researchers have ways to recover the information about the performance. Or deception games, where people are playing for gaining money, and sending false message is a way to improve the probabilities to gain more money. Despite if it's possible measuring honesty in lab conditions, I guess the crucial question to understand what honesty is asking ourselves, why do people behave in honest ways? In some explication, the key element to explain why people do behave in honest ways is morality, assuming that be honest is morally correct, then we may explain people behave in honest way because it's the moral way to behave. Another explanation stress about self-image, that even if no one will notice if you behave in this honest way, yourself, you will be noticed that. And this will treating the self-image you have about yourself as a moral agent, then you will self-referent to be the heart. Another possibility is the explanation based in the notion of reciprocity and trust. Uh, if honesty is important in occasions where when the report of the agent is the key element, then there are room for truth. Someone have to trust in you in order you have to decide if be honest or dishonest. For example, in romantic fidelity. Then we may explain that people behave in honest ways as a way to reciprocate the trust the other one will depositate in him. The common element of these three explanations, morality, self-image, and reciprocity and trust, is that this explanation explains honesty in terms of their correction, because it is the moral way to behave, it is the correct psychological way to behave to maintain your self-image, or because it's the pro-social way, reciprocation when someone trusts in you. Then, the honest question I pursued in my PhD is what will happen if dishonesty is the best way to be pro-social or moral or to maintain the self-image? If that is possible, then we may not presume that people is honest because it is moral or pro-social. Then in my research, I create situations when that is the case. When, for example, people may behave in dishonest ways, but the money he gain will be used as a donation to charity. Then, in this case, dishonesty will be pro-social. Or for example, if dishonesty is a way to maintain a belief in maintain the belief that the world is a just, is just, that there are justice in the world. For example, if you have been treated in an unjust way and you have the chance to behave in a dishonest way to gain the money you lose due to the injustice. So what people will do in these cases, I'm asking ourselves if the honest is a property, a fixed property of character of people, of maybe it depends more about the construction of the social context and the situation. Thanks to all, and if you have questions, please write me to my email. Thank you, and see you later. Uh, then the question is more important: why do people behave in honest ways? Then some people believe that the key issue here is morality. People behave in honest ways because it's the good way to behave. Other people think that self-image is the key element. For example, even when no one will notice how you behave, you will notice how you behave. And if you behave in dishonest ways, this will threaten the self-image you have about yourself, or reciprocity in trust. That maybe if honesty depends on a report, then